When we become stressed, regardless of what it is that causes us to feel stressed, several physiological, emotional, and psychological happenings of the body are triggered. These happenings are manifested in what you've probably heard of as the fight, flight, or freeze response. Since the beginning of time, this response has alerted our bodies and brains to impending danger, with hopes of preparing us to respond accordingly. The reality, however, is that this response is often very negative. Just think of the last time you felt stressed, received some bad news, or got into some kind of a confrontation. Do you remember your heart rate speeding up? Perhaps you started to perspire. Some of you might have felt that feeling of your blood boiling, your blood pressure rising. Do you ever find yourself in these moments engaging in negative self-talk or have an emotionally charged outburst? See, this is very normal. It's how our bodies and brains have been wired to respond since the beginning of time. But like any skill or ability that helps us perform to an optimal state or an ideal fashion, there are strategies that can help us respond more effectively in these difficult situations. Imagine a series of dominoes set up to be tipped over. The first domino reflects the first physiological, emotional, or psychological response that is waiting to be let out. As soon as the first domino falls, a number of other responses, often negative, follow suit, making it difficult to move past that stressor or challenge. In my experience, one of the first dominoes to fall comes from our physiological makeup in the form of our breathing. When we experience stress, our heart rates speed up and our breathing becomes more shallow. I would be willing to guess that your normal breath rate is somewhere between 12 to 16 breaths per minute. Well, I'd like to share with you a couple of simple exercises that can help slow your breathing down and possibly prevent that first domino from falling over. The first exercise is called coherent breathing. Coherent breathing asks us to extend the length of both our inhale and our exhale to between 5 or 6 seconds each. This would in turn result in taking somewhere between 5 or 6 breaths per minute, as opposed to the 12 to 16 breaths I just mentioned. This type of controlled breathing is sometimes practiced as part of yoga, and the best part about it is that you don't need any fancy equipment or instructions to engage in it. Let's walk through a quick example. I'd like everyone to close their eyes for just a few seconds and simply pay attention to how you're feeling right in this moment. Sitting nice and tall, I would like you to inhale through your nose. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then exhale out through your nose or pursed lips, whichever is more comfortable. And we repeat. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. You get the idea. With your eyes closed, continue to engage in this 5-second inhale and 5-second exhale while simply counting in your heads. Excellent. Well done. Go ahead and open your eyes and just think about how that felt. Was it difficult to maintain? Did you really have to work to extend each of your breaths? Can you sense how different that breathing is compared to what your regular day-to-day pattern of breathing might be? Another really effective breathing exercise that I want to introduce you to, again, is very simplistic but effective, and it's called box breathing. Box breathing, also known as square breathing, is a technique used to slow down our breath rate the same way that coherent breathing does. This technique is commonly used and referenced within literature applied to high-performance athletes, the Navy SEALs, and our first responders. Box breathing follows a pattern of a 4-second inhale, followed by pausing or holding your breath for 4 seconds. Exhale your breath for 4 seconds, and then hold your breath once again for 4 more seconds. Each time you inhale in through your nose, feel the air fill your lungs and move into your stomach. When you exhale, expel the air from your stomach and lungs out of your mouth. As you're engaging in this pattern, simply count to 4 each inhale, exhale, or hold in your head. Go ahead and close your eyes once again and we'll practice, starting with your inhale. 2, 3, 4. Now hold your breath. 2, 3, 4. And exhale. 2, 3, 4. And hold your breath again. 2, 3, 4. Go ahead and inhale again. 2, 3, 4. And hold. 2, 3, 4. And exhale. 2, 3, 4. And hold. 2, 3, 4. You get the idea again. When you're practicing these techniques, you can spend anywhere from a few minutes to 10 or 15 minutes just simply engaging in the pattern. Great job. If you're new to box or coherent breathing, you might feel uncomfortable or even dizzy after a few minutes, and this is okay and it's normal. The more you practice, the more natural it will feel. And remember, the idea behind practicing these techniques throughout your day is that especially in times of stress, we've equipped ourselves with a tool to prevent that first domino from tipping over. Thanks for watching and take care.